Well, Dorothy West there, giving us some words on marble, wise words, to start our week. I think basically she's just trying to say the desire to keep learning and growing is when you start to live life to the fullest. Well, welcome to the conversation on Tier West Television Network. As always, the conversation promises to be quite insightful and engaging. We do know that, the Anambra elections happened over the weekend, and that has been on the mouth of one and every Nigerian, and we're going to be looking at that on the show this morning. My name is Adesu Waosi.
And my name is Merciful Ajinama. Good morning, and it's good to have you join us on the conversation. Good morning, Adesu.
Good morning, Merciful. So I was going to ask your opinion on the course of the day this morning.
Okay, I think Dorothy West is just trying to sample the relationship between learning to live.
Yeah.
So it's between knowledge gathering and living. So the more you learn, the more you know, and the more life is easier for you. That's it.
Okay, I think that just simplifies
we just have to keep learning.
And just breaks it down, because I was a bit confused about it, but okay.
I know, right?
You just break it down for me. Yeah. All right, so the show is going to take a different turn today. We're just going to go on a quick break, and in that break we'll be bringing you COVID-19 updates from across Africa. I always tell you, COVID is real. Do your part to ensure that you and the next person is safe. COVID is still ravaging and it's still out there. Get vaccinated if you can, and if you can't, just take precautions to ensure that you do not get COVID and then the next person doesn't get COVID as well. So COVID-19 update from across Africa, and after that we'll be going straight into the big story.
It's still the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African news network. Is that time where I say you can be a part of our social media community. Follow us across all our social media platforms that is displayed on your screen. That is Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course our website is there, so you can stay updated on happenings in Nigeria and of course across Africa. It's the big story segment, and of course we were talking about the Anambra election, and this time we are joined by the global president ready to lead Africa, and that's God Bless Otubure. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Good. So the big story here is the good, the bad, and the outcome of the Anambra gubernatorial election. We do know that you were live in Anambra State during the weekend. Please tell us how it happened in terms of security, turnout of voters, and your general deduction.
Security-wise, which is the first item you had mentioned, it was greatly peaceful. Of course, we're still in the development stage of our democracy, even after 2 decades. And what we figured out was there were pockets of, skirmish, ballot snatching at certain areas, but we recorded, over 95%, peace, and that is not unconnected to the fact that there was the peace accord. There were 2 peace accords. The one signed by General Butsalam Abubakar and Reverend Martin Kulka led National Peace Committee, and also the one that was led by Ready to Lead Africa alongside the Vote Not Fight campaign, which is called the Youth Against Electoral Violence Accord, YEVA. So at the end of the day, the candidates literally reined in on their supporters to ensure that there was peace, even when some of the machines from INEC didn't work as planned. In terms of the other areas that you've asked, what we've seen is a determination of the people to vote, irrespective of the challenges that have led up to the elections. And and also the fact that people are becoming a bit more aware and more interested in who becomes their governor. And also, we also saw that if you are popular, no matter what happens, that the people would stick their neck out and ensure that they vote. But by and large, we saw a process, the deployment of technology by INEC on a larger scale for the first time after the by-election in Isoko in Delta State. That came with its own challenges, of course, the bimodal, which is also called the Beavers machines or the Beavers voting system. So I just think that, moving forward, there's a lot of lessons to be learned. And even as we speak, the election has now been dubbed inconclusive.
Yeah.
And that is simply because we have just one local government remaining where elections have not yet happened.
Okay, I think we can't really hear you at now. I think there's some sort of background noise.
So we do know that according to reports, ABGA's candidate, that's Charles Soludo, won about 17 local governments in the state, but the APC, has rejected the results. What do you make, of this development?
Can you say that again?
Can you hear me?
Do you mind repeating that question?
Okay.
Yes.
Can we give you a call back? Maybe you find a more quiet environment. So
Yeah, go ahead. Ask the question again. Don't worry. I'm talking to my host to see if they can help sort out the dog from continuing to bark.
Okay. So I asked, I was saying, according to reports, ABGA's candidate, that's Charles Soludo, won about 17 local government areas in the state, but the APC has, come out to reject the result. What do you make of that development?
Oh, okay. I mean, when you look at our work here is a non-partisan work as an institution.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the outcome of the election so far, of course, the state is a state that has been led by ABGA for a while. Mm-hmm. And the candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, which is Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, is also a very popular figure in Anambra State. So what the results are showing to a lot of observers and analysts, they're not surprised, right? Mm-hmm. And if you look at it, even the PDP's candidate is doing better than the APC's candidate, and that is simply because PDP used to be the party responsible for managing the state's resources and leading the people before ABGA came and dislodged the PDP. So what we are seeing is an entrenched political party in the state with its structure, and also with a candidate that is popular, has also made it a lot easier for ABGA to pull the kind of victory that we are likely going to see, looking at what the trend is. Because if you've won 17 out of the 18, if I'm correct now, because I know that the YPP had one. The PDP had one, and if you've won that number, you clearly are in a position where you are able to, to clearly clinch the victory. But we, on our part, don't make the final decision or the call on who wins an election. At best, we can offer individual opinions, but I just think that we have seen a lot of variables working in the favor of ABGA at the moment.
But do you think the APC has a valid case to actually reject the victory or the imminent victory?
Do you mind repeating that again, please?
Do you think the APC has a case, a valid case, rejecting the result so far?
I saw in one of the headlines that the APC is alleging rigging, but of course it is not in my place again to say if they have a valid case or not. The validity of their case will be tested in the court of law, and with the facts that will be presented before the election tribunal and maybe a judge who's probably going to sit on evaluating those cases. But from what we have seen, what we've seen on the ground, the numbers that are reported, the number of accredited voters and the number of registered voters and the differences, you figure out that you would ordinarily say these are largely real votes that people, turned out to vote for specific parties. But like I said, at best, my opinion is just my opinion at the moment. And not until INEC makes the final declaration, we cannot literally say the party who has a valid position or the party that does not have a valid position. So,
okay. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, okay.
Thank you. God bless for joining us this time again. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you, viewers, for staying tuned to the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African News Network. Is that time where I say you have to be a part of our social media community. Just follow us across all our social media platforms at TOS TV Network. My name is Merciful Ajinamo.
And my name is Adesu Elsie. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow.